Listen to me, you fucking assholes. This is not a drill. This is Zodiac Leader 635 on Gemmy Master Animatronics. And today I'll make a review over this holiday hip hoppers Snowman. The Whoomp There It Is version, as I used to call it. When I was little, I actually used to call it Whoomp Cherry or something like that. I can't remember, but anyway. I received. Actually, Daniel was the one who bought this for me. From that Waterworks kid. And honestly, I feel like he got scammed. I really feel like he got scammed because the I think that the fucking description only said put batteries in it and it'll work, something like that. But they didn't mention the fact that it had no battery covers and that the foot has a fucking chunk that's gone. And as well the fact that one of these little adjustable things was missing. So I kind of feel like he got a little fucked over. I honestly cannot just deny that. But anyways, it was a little dirty. It One of the arms did not move completely. Like it moved in the video that he provided, but when it got to my hands, it just completely quit because the piece just split. Other than that, one little thing that was like a last minute thing. Um, and it was that the uh, the gearbox for the twisting function had a split 10th gear, and I didn't notice that until I said, well, maybe let's just check. There's a tiny ticking, just a tiny one. Could be just a lack of lubrication. No, the gear was a little split, so now it has a brand new gear, so it shouldn't have any issues or anything. So other than that, the thing had a really messed up thing because this arm serves as the limit, as I probably explained it with that one. This arm serves like a limit rather than just an arm. So the arm would slide all the way down and then it would rise up to here ridiculously low. So I had to fix that. Let me just show exactly what it went through. Hopefully this gives you guys an idea. This was like months ago when I still had the computer in my work in this table. Right now the table's full of Santas and shit. The first thing I had to do was take this off. I broke this lead off on accident, but I ended up being able to like solder a little wire there, so the LED was saved. Then of course the zip tie on the neck and such bullshit. I replaced the button because it was a little bitchy. Not really too bitchy, but when you have to when you do this slightly and it works, then it's completely fine. But when you have to push it a little harder, that's a bad sign. Anyways, there's two stitching points on the sides of the body. I had to undo those. The other zip tie, these are the stitching points. Hot glue on the back. That's the arm piece that was broken. Yeah, the limit and that other arm piece basically. That's the little chunk. Now, one thing I completely forgot about this is that these had the little buckle piece painted. Even that one has it painted. I completely forgot about it. That here's the mechanism and everything. I think this was actually before I even opened it for the first time. The head moving mechanism and everything made out of green plastic kind of hints that it was probably the same time they were doing the frogs. There's the piece broken. Yeah, and funny thing, it broke twice actually because I glued it and it broke again. So I had to. And of course, here's another really trashy thing about Gemmy. This is something I seriously fucking hate. The fucking board was not only out of its slot, well, not only not held by hot glue or anything. Like, I don't know what these hot glue bits are for. It has nothing to do with this. It was out of the fucking slot. It was literally turning with the body. So I don't know. It's a miracle that wires did not come off this thing. Of course, I was cleaning up the belt and everything, the areas where the belt goes and such. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there like a lot of animatronics that use this gearbox? Those turning ones, like the Tutti Frutti Rabbit, the Shake It Up Santa, the Boogie Bear, I believe. The frog, I could be wrong, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, whoever has taken those apart, don't they use all this exact same gearbox? Anyways, here's that picture that I put on the fuck, how the fuck is that called? On the you know, I posted on GMA. There's the hot glue and everything. There's the piece that was glued. I actually took this picture after I reassembled it, and I felt stupid because I didn't remember to take a better picture. Of course, fixed up video. This is the other Santa, and ironically enough, I just realized that I think it had the same issue, or the board was bigger. I can't remember, but it looked like the same board, to be honest. So I believe it was the same. I can't remember, to be fairly honest. The piece on that one, the limit was actually starting to break. See those tiny lines? That's a. But on those, I kind of went full on retard. Now what the fuck? Stupid batteries ruining my review. On that one, I went full on retard, and I just made all of this mess. Which again, it keeps it together better. I'll say that. It's not necessarily bad. But yeah. Anyways, that's practically everything. So a little backstory. This is one of the 3 that I had when I was younger. Yeah, because I had 3 holiday hip-hoppers when I was little. I had the Santa Claus that would play 2 songs and had like a tiny MP3 player in one hand. I had the Snowman that would sing Ice Ice Baby, and the thing would light up, the ice necklace it had. And then I had this one, last but not least. But this one was one of my favorites because it was so weird how it would constantly be like ding, doom, ding, ding. It would be constantly saying there it is, there it is, until out of nowhere it would be like, yo, shakalaka, shakalaka. And a lot of classmates of mine from the time, from when I was little, know me or remember if I say shakalaka, they're gonna be like, yeah, you used to do that, because I actually used to imitate this fucking thing in the middle of the fucking class. Pretty autistic if you ask me, but that's how I used to be. So a lot of people, if one, I do know for a fact one of my classmates is going to know. If one of my classmates listens to this, he's going to be like, oh, so that's where it came from. But yeah, as I said, it's a funny anecdote that I have about this specific one. The other ones were not really that, they didn't really have that much of an interesting thing. What else can I say about it? That's practical. Oh, that's right. In the description, whoever owns a 3D printer or has a friend or a family member with a 3D printer, I am going to leave the link for the STL files on Thingiverse of these battery covers that I 3D printed specially for it. Because as I said, it came with no battery covers, and I was so pissed. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm printing my own. I don't give 2 shits. So, here it is. Here it is, literally. Other than that, I think that the little piece was still on one of the pieces of the battery cover, the original battery cover, and that's why it has the screw. The other one, I just put a screw in. Of course, I used this thing, which actually, I'll be real, this actually came from, this idea came from the battery covers of the Gemmy Hip Swinging Santa. It's actually a very good idea. I don't know if Gemmy did it or if this was actually something that someone did, but let me say it, this is a really good idea. You have a little ribbon, the ribbon's on the bottom of the thing, and when you take up the screw, you don't have to like try to pry it off, you just pull it and that's it. Here's basically how that LED turned out. You guys can see the tiny wire. Anyway, so it got all washed up because it was, you could notice it was dirty, especially on the cloth. It was dirty and everything. So other than that, it's a pretty cool thing. I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad to have it back. It's awesome. I can't just give another. I can't thank Daniel enough for the things he gives me, and honestly, this thing is just a dream come true. I never thought I would see it again. Really awesome, honestly, really awesome. It has the press on off tag, which is almost intact because literally you just push this and that's it. And well, that's it. So I guess that without further ado, having explained everything, I'll demonstrate it for you.
shakalaka, shakalaka, shaka, shakalaka, 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 shaka, shakalaka, 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 shaka, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Now, one thing I'm gonna go ahead and point out about these two is that there's a really, and I'm pretty sure it has to be with every single holiday hip hopper, I believe. I'm not too sure, but I know for a fact that the one I used to have that would sing the two songs, and this one, of course, they have this one very, very repetitive cycle, which is basically it first moves the head, then it starts moving, arms up, arms down, body to side or to whatever, basically arms up, arms down, turns body, arms up, arms down, like that, until it finishes and it makes a different, it breaks the cycle pretty much. I know that it's not like that with the Ice Ice Baby Snowman, but with these it's like that. So it basically moves the head, like as I said, the start and the ending of the song or the recording or the activation is when the thing actually has a different action, or should I say a different pattern of doing the thing, because it just goes, okay, moves the head, that's different. Then it just goes like that, up, arms down, turns, arms up, arms down, turns, and everything, until it's done. And when it's done, all it literally does is the arms go down a bit more. Okay, I actually heard the motor squeaking when I cut the speaker's wires off. It's different. Then, of course, this one, you guys, of course, know that the last, like, when it's done, it has to go straight like that, and then it just keeps moving the head until it's done. That you can really notice once you play it without the speaker going. But, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So, here we go again.
Shakalaka, shakalaka, shaka, shakalaka, 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 shaka, shakalaka, 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 shaka, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
So yeah, other than that, I also 3D printed this, which, yeah, I'm not really gonna give this to anyone, the STL files, because I literally don't have them. I got rid of all that because I was like, yeah, it's a one-time thing, I'm not gonna need it anymore, but it's basically a spring-loaded thing just like this one. So now I don't even know how the hell this thing was originally, when it was brand new, how the hell, if it was like completely tightened like this, or if it had kind of a hole. I'm not too sure about it. If somebody knows, just let me know, because I'm not too sure. But anyways, other than that, that's practically it for the review. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.